Okay, so this is my first video since I went on vacation. I first want to thank you all so much for how much the channel's grown. I think we gained 5 subscribers while I was gone. And I know I did have videos going out while I was on vacation, at least for a few of the days, but still, for me to not really be active on YouTube for a week and to have actually gained like 50% more subscribers, we almost have as many subscribers as videos. I think that's an awesome accomplishment, so thank you all so much for all that. And I was debating on which one of these videos I wanted to make first. So there's one figure that I ordered before I went on vacation, but it arrived at my house while I was on vacation. And then one of these figures I picked up on the way to vacation, and the other one I picked up on the way to vacation, and a little mini part I picked up in Florida. So my trip was to Florida, but I really only got one figure while I was in Florida, but I kind of have 3 videos due to being in Florida. But this is the first one we're going to do. This is over the Schleich Baryonyx. Picked this up at Barnes & Noble. This was the first figure I picked up, so I figured that made the most sense for which one I should do first. But I really like this figure. I love the color scheme. I was debating on what figure I was... Well, not really. I knew I wanted to get a figure while I was on my trip, and I didn't know if I would really have an opportunity to get one other than when I went to Barnes & Noble. So whenever I saw they had the Schleich figures, I was kind of debating on between this one. They had the Giganotosaurus, which I kind of liked, but I knew I preferred this one. And then they had a spot where a Utah Raptor would have been, and I paid $20 for this, and the Utah Raptor would have been $12, but they didn't have any of the Utah Raptors in stock. I probably would have got that Utah Raptor if they had it in the store, just because the Utah Raptor is a dinosaur I really like and don't have many figures of. But they didn't have the Utah Raptor, so obviously I couldn't get it. But I debated. We ended up leaving Barnes & Noble, but I ended up going back in and picking it up right before we left. I really like this figure. Like I said, I love the color scheme. And it's just a really awesome looking figure. And Baryonyx, it's a really cool dinosaur. It's a theropod, which we've recently learned a little bit about, finding that it had very dense bones, more dense bones than Suchomimus. Its bones were more similar to Spinosaurus, where like they now believe it was more of the aquatic diving dinosaur, while Suchomimus was probably more of a wader. And it was an early Cretaceous theropod. It lived in, I think around, it was somewhere in, was it Europe? I want to think Europe, because it's like been found, specimens have been discovered in the UK, yeah. So it's from Europe, and it is a really cool dinosaur. I know it's had fossils found with iguanodon bones and fish bones, so it shows it did eat fish and other herbivorous dinosaurs. But it's a really cool theropod, obviously, so that was one of the reasons why I was super glad to be able to add this figure to the collection. And I'm really glad to have it. So I think that's going to be it for this video. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'm out.